learn from the big companies. They're spending a lot of money hiring because it's that important. And honestly, like it's one thing to sell $1 million worth of landscape lights or Christmas lights, but it's another thing to get it installed, right? It's too easy to live off the government right now. And so it's not easy to do. So what I want to talk about is hiring. Always be hiring.
You're hired.
This is something that most people overlook and quite frankly miss the boat. And they're like, well, why would I hire now if I don't need anybody? And that's a good question. But always be hiring, because listen, whether you're planning on hiring your very first installer, you're a really young company, or you're fully staffed and you don't need anybody, your idea of a perfect candidate, okay, your perfect candidate, they may not be looking for a job when you're posting the job. Like when you're looking, they may not be looking, right? But they might be looking now. So if you're always hiring, okay, always be hiring, then you are going to be much more likely to find your dream candidate, right? And a lot of people are like, yeah, that's fine, but how do I do, like, where do I go? You know, I did a Facebook post, whatever. It's like, well, a couple things. I mean, obviously do the obvious ones. There's Craigslist, LinkedIn, Indeed, Facebook. And you might be like, why LinkedIn? I'm trying to get an installer. They're not on LinkedIn. Well, because other people are on LinkedIn and people have friends and family and everything else. So my point is, you've got to be everywhere. It's almost like, I mean, it's like marketing. It's like advertising. You've seen billboards when you're driving down the freeway, huge semi-tractors. I mean, all sorts of different places say now hiring, right? So learn from the big companies. They're spending a lot of money hiring because it's that important. And honestly, like it's one thing to sell $1 million worth of landscape lights or Christmas lights, but it's another thing to get it installed, right? So it's super, super important that you have these guys. So you've always got to be hiring. But when it comes to Facebook, post on your personal page, business page, community pages. There's like the mom pages. That's not a joke, not like your mom joke. It's just the mom pages. The neighborhoods, there's all these different groups, right? Your church group has a Facebook page. Go to church. Okay, I know some of you don't go to church, but just go to church just to announce that you're hiring, okay? And if you won't dare do that because you're worried what's going to happen, then have somebody else make the announcement for you. Pay your employees, okay? We started bonusing our employees, and you'll be surprised one day that you're like, hey, you guys know anyone? We really need someone. They're like, no, I don't know anyone. And I can give you $500 if you bring us somebody that will work with us.
500.
So it just took $500, right? And then, wait a few months, make them stay 3 months until you pay them or something like that. But still offer these bonuses. I offered bonuses to friends and business associates, other landscapers, other people who own businesses. They're most likely going to be hiring too. But still, I had a landscaper one time referred me a guy, paid him $500 after 3 months. Literally, ask your barber at the car wash, restaurant, oil change. My point is, everyone, you have to be relentless in your hiring strategy. Everybody says they can't find workers. It's hard to find. And it is. I'm not trying to be light of that, but have you really done everything? Have you really looked in the right places? Because a lot of people just put up a job post on Indeed and they're like, yeah, it's hard to find. That's not enough. Like it's just the world we're in. You have to be relentless and you have to look in the right places. And here's the key. You're probably not going to find someone like right now. You're not going to find someone who's not working that wants to work because they're making money not working, right? But find someone who is already working. And that's why I mentioned like your barber, the gas station, car wash, the restaurant, your server, oil change, whatever you're doing on your daily basis, just tell everyone you're hiring. And you have to kind of sell yourself. You have to come up with your sales script for why they should come work for you, right? That is how to get it done. The people that are working, they get it. They don't mind working. They enjoy working. And that's really where you're going to find your best employees are people who already have a job. So, the regular job posts, yeah, I'm not saying don't do that. I mean, always have that job posting up, but still be relentless in your hiring efforts. And you've got to be recruiting all the time. You've got it like literally everywhere you go. You're getting new tires at Big O. Talk to the people that are selling you the new tires. Talk to the people that are sitting there for an hour with you waiting. Stand up, make an announcement. Hey, my company's hiring. If you guys know anyone that needs a job, okay, you've got to get creative. You got to think outside the box. You got to be relentless. Otherwise, you're going to be like everyone else going, man, it's really hard to hire someone right now. And it truly is. I mean, but that's the world we live in. So we got to pivot, we got to adjust, and we got to find the quality people. That is my lighting tip of the week. Always be hiring. The other snag that I don't want you to get into is you might feel fully staffed right now, but again, always be hiring, always look for that person, and always be relentless, because you might find someone that you're not ready today, but then all of a sudden you're going to get booked out and you're like, man, I really wish I would have hired someone, right? So you can call that person. You've already interviewed him. You already built that relationship, and tell them, hey, we're not ready right now, but when we are, I want to give you a call because I want you on my team, and get them super fired up so that they're almost waiting every day for you to call and offer them that job, right?
The position has been filled.